Warmest welcome back, friends, on this beautiful Saturday. And it's so exciting. I think when I think about the lineup of what we have and what we're going to be talking about, I bet you're actually going to stay so tuned in. And we're going to be talking on a topic that has been bugging me so many times. And here's the thing, not just bugging me only, the amount of phone calls and the messages I've been actually receiving from friends just saying to me, as a wellness coach out there, helping so many people, what exactly it is, when you talk about this topic on wellness, how best can you describe it, or what is that I can do from my side, to embark on this journey with you? Then I realized one thing, it is such a big topic, there's just so much inside, just the word itself, wellness. And I thought, how best can I actually dig into this, get into it, get into the bottom of it as much as I can. Obviously, with the help from you as well, because your comments, your concerns, your questions that you might have will actually help us, to actually get even more into this. And I realized there's just this one incredible human being that I know that I work so well with, who's actually into this as well, who's helping so many people out there, impacting their lives, changing their lives. And I thought, let me just get this guy in, and let me just hear from him as well. All of us, let's hear from him as to maybe how can he best describe this, because like I said, it's a big topic. And I've got right here with me none other than Sandise Nyathela.
Hey,
how's it going? Hey.
Thank you so much. I'm doing great. I'm doing really, really great. Thank you so much for having me today. Thank you.
And like I said, he's only the person that I believe right now at this point in time, together with all of you out there, we're gonna get into this. Today is the day. By the time we are all done, let's just hope that by tomorrow we all know exactly as to what can we do, just that one step towards that journey. What can we do together? Remember, this is a togetherness kind of a thing. It's a family kind of thing. What can we do together? And now my first question that comes to me is, this is a question that I'm not just asking, I've been receiving from so many people. When you mention the word wellness, Sandise, can you just tell us, when I mention the word wellness, just that weight in your head, what comes to your mind when I say to you, what does wellness mean? Not just to you as Sandise, but to you, your community, your customers that you have helped out there, the people that you're working with out there. When you speak about this topic, what comes to your mind? What can we talk about it?
First of all, let me say thank you so much for having me, and welcome to your viewers. And it's such an amazing and exciting topic to be unpacking, because talking about wellness is exciting because it's a very complex topic, to touch on. Guys, for me, one thing that comes to mind when we're talking about wellness, it is a state of self-discovery, getting to discover the inner you. It could be that maybe you want to partake on a journey of health, spiritual journey, anything that has to do with you actually discovering your well-being. And guys, along the way, when we talk about the topic of wellness, along the way, you're gonna pick up certain habits that will actually make you to want to get rid of other habits along the way. So there's things that you will have to lose for you, or to get rid of for you to actually discover the inner you, or to discover you. So when it comes to wellness, a lot of things come to my mind. It could be your health, the state of well-being, self-conscious, and those small things that you do to actually find the better of you, the better person that you could possibly become. So when it comes to wellness, those are the things that comes to my mind. And just the state of self-discovery, because just thinking about wellness, it's about you. This thing could be that maybe you are in a journey, or you want, like I said, you want to lose weight, or you want to drop a few kilos, perhaps, if I can put it like that, or you want to manage your weight, or guys, just to think about it, even the things that we consume, the food that we consume, you want to know if those things, they contribute negatively or positively towards your state of being. Once you get to understand those things, and you pick up those healthy habits, and pick up those things that will make you a better person, So a lot of things comes to my mind when I think about wellness. And thank you so much. It's such a very complex topic to really touch on.
I hate the words like spirituality. I hate words about dropping some few kilos. I hate the words like health. I hate the words about taking a jog or a walk. I hate words like reading a book. So which then means when you talk about wellness, it's actually all these things that are actually putting together, can put in together, and they're just driving us towards a better self of self-love. And I think you mentioned this word as well, self-discovery. So being well, then a follow-up question that comes to my mind: would you then agree with me if I were to say to you, when we talk about wellness, we can then talk about put all these things together: our spirituality, health, wellness, looking great, feeling great, reading a book, all of them put together with our state of mind. Is there a connection or a relationship rather between all these elements that are actually driving us to be a better version of ourselves? If I were to actually use that word, can you put all of these things, say this is part of being well, if that is the right word?
Yes. Look, there's a very distinct, or there's a very strong relationship or bond within these things that I just touched on now when it comes to wellness, because they're all connected really. But it's all about you discovering the new you, it could be the better version of you. Like I said, I mean, even let's talk about health, for instance. Even when you now start eating right, eating clean, what happens is you start picking up energy that then is going to bring happiness from you. You are now that excited, energetic person, but maybe before you were that person that sleeps more. But now that you are discovering, or you discovered eating clean and being healthy and taking that walk on its own, or that jog is now going to make you feel lighter, feeling lighter than you were feeling, and you get to connect with the inner you more than anything. So your mindset, you start feeling different, you start thinking different, you start positioning yourself in a space of being more than you were. So basically, to be honest, there is a very there's a tight connection. Just to make an example, when you take too much sugar, even with the kids, when they take too much sugar, you find that they get too hyper, because probably the sugar is not good for their system. So I mean, if your kid takes sugar, the teachers would ask you, what did you give to the child? And only to find out it's those things, that understanding that when you're eating right, there's a contribution that you are doing towards self. So yeah, there is a relationship.
So now tell us,
Yeah.
what tips, what advice? Here's someone out there, is sitting, the audience are listening, and they're thinking, oh my word, you know what? I actually think it's time for me. What advice can you give us? What can we do?
The best advice I can possibly give, guys, is that starts with small habits. Finding that community, because sometimes when you're doing things alone, you find out that along the way you will challenge yourself to do something, but you drop it. But if there's someone that gives you that push, it can be a friend, it can be a community of people that are in the same line of what you want to achieve. For instance, with these feed camps, plug into the feed camps, and by so doing, there's something that pushes you, because there's family. So it also picking up those small things, because like I said, there's you get to pick up certain habits, and that actually you'll find that you got rid of certain habits. Challenge your body. Like for instance, I was doing a challenge that says for 10 days I'm just gonna go out of meat. I'm not saying people should go out of meat, but that is what I was doing to my body. I was challenging my body. I wanted to see what happens when I actually drop a certain habit that has been part of my life since childhood. So for me, those small things that you start doing, it starts small, but eventually you get to discover certain things about you that you didn't really think that you were going to be capable of doing. So best advice, start small, start drinking that water as per the requirement. Start looking into what you're eating. How does it contribute to your body? Does it contribute negatively or positively? Start that walk. It can be a walk. You don't have to jog. If you are someone who likes jogging, you can start jogging. But a bit of exercising, a bit of challenging, picking up that book that you always wanted to read, which is going to make you a better person. So those small habits that you pick up along the way, that's what it starts about. It starts with you being in a journey of discovering yourself. So start small, start looking into the smallest things that you could possibly pick up that are going to make you a better version of yourself and become in a state of being well as a being. So that's it, my friends. Thank you so much.
There we have it, my friends. I think it's just given the best tips ever. It's about by association. It's about who do we hang around with. It's about making that decision, that one small step decision that you get to take, that you choose to take. Literally in the next 24 hours, in the next 72 hours. Remember the 72-hour rule. If you're sitting there and you're thinking, I want to get into this, the 72-hour rule then applies. Then let's all agree. What are we all doing on Monday? I think it touched on that so beautifully. Could be the book club, reading that first page on that book. 2 pages on that book. It's amazing how then you find yourself just reading and finishing off that book, from thinking, oh my word, I never thought I could finish a book. All those small daily disciplines that he has actually shared with us. From my side, thank you so much, Sandise, for such a wonderful interaction. I loved the conversation more than anything else. I loved how we just dig into this topic together, and we are welcoming any comments once more. Any suggestions, any questions that you might have, you're more than welcome to just hit us up and hit me up. Let's see as to what maybe we might be touching on even in weeks to come, hearing from you. If really this actually kind of like made sense to you, let's find out as to what other topics can we then discuss and discover together. Thank you so much. See you next week, Saturday.